Hi everybody and welcome back to Junior Cycle Business Studies. In this question you will learn how to calculate a wage slip. This is the 2019 State Examinations paper, question 18 part B. So I'm going to start by reading the question and then we're going to fill out the pay slip along with our workings. Mary's position with Ryanair earns her a monthly wage of €7,000 and she earned overtime of €600 in May. She pays PAYE at a rate of 40% and has a monthly tax credit of €275. She pays PRSI at 4% and USC at 5.5%. Using the details above, complete Mary's payslip for the 31st of the 5th, 2019. So just before I start, I'm just going to highlight quickly figures that I may need. And then I'm going to start filling out my payslip. Always enter the date. This is worth 1 mark in your junior cert paper. And then her basic wage is €7,000 and her overtime is 600. So if we add those two together, it gives us a gross pay of 7,600. We must then calculate the PAYE off this gross pay figure. So 7,600 multiplied by her PAYE at 40%, so 0.40. And that gives us 3,040. It also tells us that she has a monthly tax credit of €275. We always take the tax credit from our PAYE. So 3040 minus 275 gives us 2765. Okay, and this is the figure that we enter for our PAYE. Next, we have our PRSI, and again we calculate this off our gross pay. So it's 7,600 multiplied by 0.04 equals 304. Following this, we have our USC. So again, we calculate off our gross pay, and we can see that USC is calculated off 5.5%, so 0.055. So again, 7600 multiplied by 0.055 equals 418. Okay, so at this stage we have calculated our gross pay and we have calculated our deductions. We now must add up our total deductions. So 418 plus 304 plus 2765 equals 3487. Okay, and we should know at this stage that in order to calculate our net pay, it's going to be gross pay, take away our deductions, and that gives us our net pay. So 7,600 minus 3487 equals 4113. Okay, so that's our wage slip complete. Probably 1 mark going for each correct figure and potentially 2 marks going for the correct net pay. I'm not entirely sure what the marking scheme was for this question, but something like that, 1 mark for each correct figure. So, you know, even if you were to get your PAYE wrong, but you got your PRSI and USC correct, you could still score well. And you'd score these 3 correctly, hopefully, and your date. So, you know, you could do quite well out of this question. Always important to show your workings, because, you know, if, for example, you calculated your PAYE 2765, and let's say, you know, you made a little mistake on the day of your exam and you transferred that 2765 and you put it into the wrong box, the PRSI, you know, depending on what the examiner thinks or what the examiner has been told to do, you know, they might award you that mark for having the correct figure in your workings box, even though you have it in the wrong box on your wage slip. You know, and if you put your PRSI figure up into the PAYE box, so you just got them mixed around, and you have them correct down in your workings box, potentially you might score half marks or full marks, depending on what the allowances are for the examiner. That's why it's always important to show your workings, show the examiner how you got the figure, and that you know what you were talking about, even though you made a little error when you were putting it into your wage slip in this case. So guys, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I will talk to you again soon.